Hey guys, Dave here for the Reptile Channel, HerpersTV. So right now I am standing in Kyle Schrandt's herp room from Kyle's Reptiles. He has some really cool ball pythons. So we're going to check it out here on Rainbow Mealworms Presents the Reptile Channel Hobby Breeders. So Kyle, everybody has like the story about how they got into snakes, whether they caught a garter snake when they were 9 years old or whatever the story is. So tell everybody what your story is and how you got into snakes.
Yeah, mine was definitely a garter snake story. We were out at my cabin in Pelican Rapids, and we saw a garter snake. I think I was like 7 years old, completely terrified of the thing, didn't know what it was. And so I ran up to the cabin, and like our whole family's there. My aunt's there, and I tell her, and she says, well, let's go catch it. And I'm like, we can catch those things? Like, you know, do they bite? Whatever. So we actually go into the lake where all the snakes were, and we ended up catching 7 in like, I don't know, 45 minutes. And so she's actually the reason why I even like snakes in the first place. We're definitely just into ball pythons. We like to focus on clowns. We have a little bit of everything though. We kind of pride our collection on the fact that we have just about every morph that you could think of within reason. So yeah, we try to focus on clown stuff. We have a little bit of pie, a little bit of this, a little that. Super Dwarf Retics, we're going to probably get into those a little bit more than we are now, but yeah, that's what we focus on as ball pythons for sure.
Very cool. All right, well, let's do a little show and tell. What do you...
Well, I mean, we might
Show
as
me
well,
some good stuff here.
We might as well start with clown stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Since that's what we like the most. This is a big clown female that we have.
Nice.
She's never bred, so she'll breed this year. We had pretty humble beginnings. Started off with a lot of babies and grew them up, and we're finally getting to the point where everything that we bought as babies are of size.
Nice.
A lot of holdbacks are getting to size too.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, we've been keeping reptiles since 2002, breeding reptiles since 2006, and exclusively ball pythons since 2008.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right, well, let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, we picked up this banana female 100% het clown from Carlos.
So a female banana het clown then.
Yep. Yep.
That is a good snake to have in your collection.
Yeah, we figured everyone's gonna flood the market with males, so we should probably try to start producing some
Good
females.
thinking, good thinking, yeah.
So pin hat, regular hat, we just, you know, everything clown. Got a couple nice calicos.
Oh, there's nothing like a good calico.
Yeah, that's that fauna line.
This is the okay, I was just gonna ask what line this is.
Yep.
So now, why the fauna line? Do you see like a difference or a preference between the two lines?
Myself personally, I actually find that a lot of the calicos look to have enchy in them. They obviously do not if you breed them, but I like the enchy pattern and stuff like that. I think calico stuff should have more white, and a lot of people went the sugar route and got, you know, high white animals, but I think this line is still producing high white animals as well. So a lot of people don't know this, but calico is actually a type of pied. So the white sides that a calico has is actually a type of piebaldism. Yeah. So I just love calicos. I mean, just normal calicos are just, they're awesome. Have you bred these to clown yet? Nope. Nope. We were actually going to breed it to clown. We didn't breed it to clown only because we had seen the outcome of what other breeders had. And to be perfectly honest, it just wasn't a direction that we were going to go after we saw the animals.
Gotcha.
Genetically, I think they're powerful, and there's a lot more to do, but I won't probably put a clown to either of these females this year.
I would.
Yeah. Maybe pied, right?
Yeah, pied.
All right. Another project we're really excited to be in is the red stripe, and you know, Justin Kabelka's doing crazy stuff with red stripe, so we decided to pick up a big red stripe female. I think we'll probably breed a bongo to her just to see how that reacts.
Nice. All right, so for people that are watching that don't know, what are the diagnostic features of a red stripe?
The red stripe just has a totally different color scheme. Everything's a little bit more gold, a little bit more blushed out. In my personal opinion, is they actually have a little bit more iridescence than, you know, any other ball python that you really would look at. The super form is absolutely ridiculous, especially when you breed it with pastel and fire. That's probably my favorite red stripe combo so far, has been a super red stripe firefly. That snake completely blew me out of the water. So once I saw that, I was like, yep, we're getting into red stripe. So
nice.
We'll obviously breed it to clown and stuff like that too. So the first clown morph that I ever saw that made me absolutely go crazy when I saw it was Casey Lasik produced an Enchi clown way back when, and I saw it and I said, man, that is a crazy snake. So in 2015 we finally produced our own Enchi clown.
Look at that.
Yeah, and I still love them. I'm still in love with these things. I'm not so much into the super Enchi just because it cleans it up almost too much.
Almost makes it blade, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't have any blade in any of the clown stuff that we have for that exact reason.
I love the reduced pattern that Enchi does. I mean, Enchi just cleans up everything.
Yeah. The one time we were lucky enough to make the reptile report was from this beauty here. And this is a Paradox Ivory. And this came out of the weirdest looking boob egg you've ever seen. And I feel like that's exactly why this snake came out so cool.
Look at that snake. Look at that head. So he just has pattern on half of his head.
Yeah, we named her Harvey for that.
I was just gonna say, didn't you name him like Two-Face or Harvey or something like that?
I think a lot of people saw this when we posted it on our page, and everyone's like, "You got to name it Harvey."
So that's a great name.
So we did.
So he's completely white, except for half pattern on his face.
Yep.
It's so sad that you can't replicate paradoxes.
Yep. Yeah, it's really interesting to see all the paradox animals that people produce and hold back to try to see if it's genetic. And I think maybe at some point, maybe someone will prove out that there's something genetic there, but I think we just held on to this girl just because of the fact that she's different.
So this is the baby rack here.
Yep.
What do we got that's eye candy in there?
This is everything that we produced this year. Everything that has a little colored label on it is stuff that's available now, and then everything above that has hanging tags on it are personal animals that we either produce and decided to hold back, or we've purchased but they're not ready to go in bigger tubs yet. This is, I think, probably one of the favorite snakes that we've produced this year, and it's funny because it's all it is a champagne, but he's 100% het for clown. But champagne varies so much that I don't know if it's the het clown influence that makes this animal look just a little bit different, but I just love it.
So how many snakes do you have in your collection down here?
It's roughly right around 100. If you don't count babies, that's stock. We have right around 100 animals, and I'd say probably 60 of those animals are of breeder size. Everything else is stuff that we produce that we're holding back. This is one we got to show off. We just got this from our good buddy Matt. This is an Ace of Spades.
So what's in this guy?
So an Ace of Spades is a super mahogany, which they call a Suma, and it also has cinnamon on top of it.
So it's a Suma cinnamon.
Yep.
That is a nice looking snake. What's your plans with this guy?
It's a secret. We're not going to tell anyone until it happens, I don't think. He'll go to a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sure we'll put him in pastel, we'll put spider, we'll do a whole bunch of stuff, but ultimately I think we're going to plug it into a couple projects and we're just not going to say anything for a while.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to come back and get a sneak peek when you finally figure it out.
Yep.
Awesome. Alright, so aside from ball pythons, what else do you keep?
We have one super dwarf retic so far. There she is, they're smart.
Yeah, after handling ball pythons all day, and then you go and reach in with a retic, even a super dwarf.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing, everyone says that they're really intelligent and stuff like that, but you really don't notice that until you own one.
Right. I just want to point out here, see this kind of reticulate, or what do they call that? They call that like a shatter pattern.
Yeah.
And that's one of the features of a super dwarf, is that you have this pixelation of the pattern in the upper part of the body. And so if it doesn't have that kind of pixelation in the pattern, chances are you do not have a super dwarf. What do we got?
Alright. I can move it here. Oh, there it is.
Oh yes, Inferalis.
Yeah. She'll skunk you, but that's okay.
Look at that. Wow, now that's a surprise. I didn't think you had garters.
Yep. Yeah, we got it probably July, I believe. So we've only had it a couple months, but it's probably the easiest animal I've ever had to take care of. It eats pinky mice, and literally all I do is I thaw out 4 pinky mice, not at a time. I'll do 2 at a time, twice a week, and all I have to do is cut them in half, and I just put them in there, and I come back 10 minutes later, and they're gone.
That is great. So what this is, I said Inferalis, but that's the scientific name. This is a California red-sided garter snake. These are one of my favorites. I had no idea you had these.
They color up with age too, so she's actually already got a lot of color, more than she did when we got her.
Wow, yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got another room over here, and in here, what did you say? You got a little redfoot?
Yep, redfoot.
And then that's the guy I want to see. Look at that.
He is Kofiao and Aru. He's very enjoyable to have. Everyone loves to go see him because he's so, bright green.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, guys, so if you like this video, hit that like button, comment below, let us know what you think of Kyle's Reptiles. Check him out on Facebook at Kyle's Reptiles, and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so that you never miss an episode. We'll see you guys next time on the Reptile Channel, Herpers TV.